putting JP in as an umpire, what do you hope to get from that? And what do you hope to get out of learning about the challenge system this spring?
Yeah, there's not only how it works and like how quick you have to challenge the pitch, but just some of the things that happen in games, like what happens if the guy steals a base on a 3-1 count and he's safe and then strikes, call a ball, so that runner's going to go back now. So there's so much more into that just calling balls and strikes that we have to learn. So I'm really looking forward to those situations, like a 2-2 call that is call a ball and then you challenge it, So, yeah, I'm curious to see it, and I'm glad we're testing it here in spring training.
As you get deeper in camp and the games start to begin, what do you need to see out of Jared Young and Nick Madrigal to figure out where they fit in the team and the conversations you're going to have with them, what they need to show you?
Well, I mean, they got to be themselves, not putting too much pressure on it, like for Madrigal, he's got to stay healthy. This is a guy that's had some injuries, lower half, the past couple of years. He's going to get a lot of action at shortstop. We got to, and we told him that we want to see, because we know he can play second, he can play third, but he hasn't got many reps at shortstop in games. So we'll see that. And from Young, this is a guy that controls the strike zone. Same thing. There's impact in there. So continue to be himself. He can play first. He can play a little bit in the outfield. So those are some of the things that we'll look for, the versatility.
What have been your impressions of what Juan Soto has brought to the table here through 5 days?
Yeah, I just like how, he's fitting in with the guys. He's just, you could see the smile on his face. It feels like he's getting comfortable as we progress here in camp. Talking to him after day one, like, it's not easy. He's making that transition again. So, but I like the fact that he's having fun and he's observing a lot. You could tell, and he's kind of looking around, but at the same time keeping it loose. So that's good to see.
Anything that you've learned about him in these first 5 days that you didn't know already?
Oh, I mean, he's just a humble guy. He's just the one thing and that's what makes these guys great players. The way they prepare, their routines, and how meticulous they are whether they're doing stuff in the cages or doing defensive work or even doing base running drills. Like, they take it serious. So, they are elite at what they do, and they're always looking for ways to get better. So, and that's what I've seen so far from him.
Just on the ABS system, were there any hiccups today? Anything that?
Oh, he was down. Yeah, we were going off our TrackMan. So, yeah, we were supposed to, but the system was down. So we went off to what our TrackMan was telling us.
And then,
what was that again? I mean, if we got the ABS, we'll put JP in there.
Following up on Madrigal too, I know when you were with the Yankees a while back, you were an infield coach for a while. Just from that perspective, what have you seen from him at shortstop that you like, or something that he needs to continue working on?
Well, the one thing he does well is he catches a baseball. So he's used to playing on the left side of the infield, which is a different angle. But as a shortstop, you got to be able to cut the distance. You got to be able to, come in and get the ball and work through the baseball, and knowing the speed of the runner, or the speed of the ball, and how much time you got, and your ability to make that longer throw when you have to go to your backhand, and whether you have enough in the tank or just your ability to get rid of the baseball. So those are some of the things that you look for as a shortstop.
Carlos, just what do you think of Brett Beatty and Vientos? They came up together. They're very close. They're in competition, but just like, what does it do for the competitiveness there to be like best of friends or close friends and just kind of pushing each other? What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, they've done it throughout the whole career. Vientos is going to play third base. Brett is more like for that utility role, the competition there. So, but you see them joking around, and how they push each other. I think it's a healthy competition there because it's been that way for so many years. So they push each other and they learn, and I think it's fun.
Getting back to Soto, it seems like since day one he's been inseparable with Starling Marte. Did they have a relationship before, or is that something that's just developed organically because they're always together?
I think it's organically, but both of them being outfielders. So everywhere they go, whether it's doing their stretching, base running, outfield drills. I mean, you could say the same thing about Sirius being with them, Lindor when he's, they're doing stuff as a team. So, but I think that goes to show you that Marte is kind of taking on that mentor role, especially with Soto. This is a guy that's been in this league, and they respect him. So it's good to see Marte doing that, not only with Soto but with some of the new faces in here.
Other than Nimmo, would you expect all the starters to play Saturday?
Not all of them, but you'll see quite a few of them. Yeah.
Which ones?
You want me to give you the lineup? I don't know. Soto and Lindor are playing.
Soto and Lindor are playing. Okay.
So.
He playing?
Who?
Pete Alonso.
He's playing too.
Okay.
I'll give you those three. Sunday might be a different story.
Sunday might be different.
Yeah, they're not gonna go back to back out of the gate. So.
Yeah.
Who scheduled a split squad like that?
Who schedule? What do you mean?
The split squad, the second day of the exhibition play. You don't want your hitters to play. Pitching is it?
I know. It makes it. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for us. And Houston's going through it on day one. When on the team that they're having a split squad on day one. So we're having it on day two. It is what it is.
Just wanted to know what you thought of Senga today, and it seems like he's come through everything so far this spring just fine.
Yeah, and that's the key. As long as he, continues to get the work in and the recovery and all that. Fastball was good today. The cutter was good. The sweeper, the split, was good. So it comes down to just continue that build up with him. So, and so far, knock on wood, it's been good.